Hi folks, welcome back to Fallout 4 with Sims 2 Chapter 1. As you can see, I just came back to Sanctuary and I've basically doubled everything up. Obviously I've still got this space here for when we need to expand. I'm not going to expand too much because, as you know, the frame drops massively when you start getting too much. We're already at 40 FPS. And we've not even got absolutely everything ready yet. So I've got a few defences here and there, people keeping things going. I've not done the same thing with Red Rocket or Abernathy Farm yet, but as you can see, it does look like Sanctuary is building up, which is pretty awesome. In fact, I'm actually going to quick save here. Because I don't trust the game. It's going to crash, especially where we are right now. We're in a really busy area. So let me check this place. So you don't have water, that's fine. Just going to give this water. So while I was setting up Sanctuary, we actually got the notification to go and speak to Jake, so that's what we're going to go and do. And I'll go and get Abernathy later on. But off camera we got 10 Pines Bluff, so I went over there, got the settlement, so we now own that. And I also, on the way up towards 10 Pines Bluff, got Starlight Drive. So we've got two new settlements built, which is pretty awesome. I set those up properly so they'll expand as we progress through the chapter. So let's head on over to Concord Hardware and meet Jake, see everything's okay. Enjoy.
They ain't very nice. They're called gunners. So if you see any, make sure you stay far away from them, alright? Okay now, I gotta go. But wherever you are, stay safe. I'll see you again soon, sweetheart.
Hey, Jake.
Oh, hey darling. Didn't hear you come in. Turns out our radio connection between the hub and the ASAMs works just fine. I was just recording a message for someone.
Oh?
Yeah. Well, after the whole gunner thing, I just... well... It's kind of... Oh, this is awkward. I was sort of hoping to keep this private. What I wouldn't give for an interruption right now.
Search complete.
Huh? Oh, right. I asked the robot to find my screwdriver. Good timing. I don't mean to question your logic, Chip, but... does that look like a screwdriver to you?
Affirmative.
You know what? You're right. Turns out this hammer is my screwdriver after all. Good work. Now, why don't you go patrol or something?
Protect and serve.
That bot ain't right.
Maybe I could lend a hand.
Maybe you could. Tell you what, darling. If you could find my screwdriver, I'll tell you who I was recording a message for. It's probably past time I told you anyway. Sound fair?
All right. Deal.
All right, then. We have ourselves a gentleman's agreement.
Here.
Hey, you found it. Thanks. It was driving me nuts looking for this thing. Okay, you held up your side of the deal. I'll spill the beans on who I was recording that message for. Ready for a little history of Jake?
Give me the short version.
Sure, I could do that. So, I come from a settlement that's quite a long way from here. A place called Sanford. And that's where a number of years ago I met this young woman. Well, one thing led to another, and Well, you know how it goes. You met someone and had a son, and I met someone and had a...
Go on.
Well, I had a daughter. I named her Laura. And from the moment she was born, that kid became my world. What the... Oh, that damn generator again! This is the 5th time it's stalled today!
Well, if something's wrong, maybe I can help.
It's the old plutonium well. The generator that kickstarts the fission reaction. It's been real temperamental lately. Hey, if you wouldn't mind, could you go get it started again for me? It probably just needs refueling.
Hey, robot.
Protect and serve.
I assume you can fix that?
Affirmative. Please stand by.
Hey there.
Ah, got the generator humming again, I see. Thanks. It's no fun trying to work in the dark. Now, where was I? Oh, right. So, years pass, and Laura grows up. However, me and her mom, Caitlin, we ended up drifting apart and separating. But I'd still see Laura all the time, though. And when she'd stay with her mom, we'd keep in touch through radio. So, one day, I broadcasted our usual radio time to say goodnight. But there's no response. Now, you gotta understand, Laura's the most punctual kid you'd ever meet. She was never late for anything. Naturally, I began to panic a little, worrying if something bad might have happened to her. So I rushed over to Caitlin's house and...
Do you need a minute to gather your thoughts?
Sorry. I was just remembering. You see, when I got there, I found...
Hostile targets
Hey.
detected.
Thanks for dealing with that. Now, let's see if I can finish my story. So I'm at Caitlin's house, but turns out no one's there. The place was deserted, and all the belongings had been packed up. I rushed to Laura's room. No one there. All her stuff's gone. Even her ham radio. Well, I asked around. Turns out earlier that day, Caitlin had booked passage on a caravan. And they were long gone. Now, there was no way in hell I was about to let Caitlin disappear with my daughter. I dashed back home, gathered a few essentials, and set off in pursuit.
That's awful. No parent should have to lose their child.
You'd know that better than most. Anyway, I tracked that damn caravan halfway across the wasteland. By the time I caught up with it, it had made its final stop. Here, in the Commonwealth. Caitlin and Laura had already departed, but I knew where they were now. Since then, I've put out a radio message every night, hoping Laura might hear it. Know that her dad is out here looking for her. After our little run-in with the gunners, I needed to warn her to stay away from them. I know she probably won't hear it, but still, I had to try.
You only wanted to keep her safe.
Yeah. I just hope wherever she is, she hears my warning. I've not really spoken to anyone about Laura since I got here. Unless you count the Ron. Anyway, thanks for listening. Feels good to finally share. Get everything off my chest. Oh, what is it now? Feral dwarves? Irradiated death claws?
What? Hello? What's all this about death claws?
Oh, old Paul!
Thank you, friend.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting visitors.
Is something up?
Well, cheese and crackers. You must be the ones with the ASAM sensors, eh?
Me and my partner here, yeah. And they're called ASAMs.
Is it true what the old geezer said? Can ASAMs really help build up settlements?
Well, sure, as long as what your settlement needs are some homes or farms or a scrap heap. But I should warn you, recently there's been some trouble with...
Gee, a scrap heap. Well, that settles it. We'll take 100 ASAMs, please. How many caps does that come to?
Whoa, slow down. We're not just peddling some product here. Besides, I'm not even sure we should be handing these things out anymore.
What do you mean? Why not?
Hey, don't tell me you've already forgotten. That Aiden guy may have been a Brahmin's ass, but he did have a point. It's a fair bet that settlement got attacked because they used ASAMs. Who's to say the same thing wouldn't happen again?
Maybe you're right.
I'm just not sure it's right to give out sensors to random settlements no more. Not if it puts them in danger.
If you're concerned about giving sensors out to strangers, why not have them join us instead? I've got no problem defending those we bring into the fold.
Hey, we'd be happy to join with ya. Right now we're kind of living rough, so whatever it takes to get some ASAMs, eh?
I don't know.
Look, I don't see what the problem is here.
Things are different now. We ain't just dealing with raiders or the odd mutant anymore. Can you honestly say it's the right thing to have these people join us?
You need to decide, Jake. What's it gonna be?
I don't know. After the whole gunner thing. What do you think, darling? What's the right thing to do?
Don't worry. I'll get you up and running.
Really? You'd have us? Aw, geez, thanks.
I still think we may be asking for trouble. But I think you're right. We can't be scared to help folks. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, you really don't know what this means to us. Thank you so much.
No problem. Welcome to the family. Sorry, what's your name?
Hubert. Here, I'll mark where we're staying on your Pip-Boy. I'll run ahead and tell the others. Meet you there, eh?
I'll tag along with the young'un. I'm fairly familiar with sensors by now. I'll get his people up to speed before you arrive.
Here, darling, take these. A few extra ASAMs, in case you need them. Let's get these folks up and running. And if the gunners do show up again, well, we'll just have to put them in their place, won't we? I'm gonna get back to repairing the hub. Oh, and, thanks again for listening today. Good luck now.
Who's there?
You're a moron every day of the week, Hubert. Couldn't you have taken
See? Here they are now, I told ya. All our building problems are solved.
You really are an idiot, Hubert. After I've dealt with this, remind me to explain the meaning of low profile to you. Okay, that's far enough. Throw your weapon on the ground. Let's see those hands in the air.
Calm down. Let's talk this out.
There's nothing to talk about. Hubert may have asked to join you, but he doesn't speak for all of us. And I don't for a second believe what he or this old man say about these ASAM sensors.
ASAMs.
ASAM, whatever. Look, I don't want to hurt you, but I don't trust your reasons for being here. So please, just hand over your weapon.
But I want to help you guys.
All right, fine. You can hold on to your weapon. I better not regret this.
See, Stodge? No shooting. I told you it was all good. No one's here to hurt us. So why not listen about the ASAMs now, eh? If we joined this nice lady, she'd help us build this place into a real home.
Youngest, right. Seen these sensors in action myself. Just the thing for a fledgling settlement.
Okay, fine. If it shuts the two of you up, I'll listen. But I'm still not convinced these things are the answer to a new home.
I want to help, but I don't like the secrecy. Who are you really?
Considering you've not shot any of us yet, I suppose there's no harm in telling you. You ever heard of the Gunners? They're a merc group with a nasty mean streak. I actually used to run with them a couple of decades ago. Back then, they weren't so bad. But recently, they've been making a real nuisance of themselves, laying claim to territory all over the Commonwealth. Their most recent claim was our settlement. They annexed it. So we ran. Now we're just trying to lay low and rebuild what we lost. But, if you ask me, the Gunners are up to something. They were never this territorial before. If you happen to run into any of them, watch yourself.
What would it take to convince you?
Okay. Even if I did believe these ASAMs do everything I've been told, how do I know we could trust you? We just had our old home taken from us by goddamn mercenaries. Had to flee just so we wouldn't become indentured workers. So I can't say I'm thrilled with the idea of us running, only to be leashed by some new landlord, making promises they can't keep. Even if these senses of yours work, I'd need to know we're not signing over our independence and freedom. I need to know you're on the level.
Couldn't agree more. How can you protect you and yours if you don't know what you're facing?
Exactly. Huh. You, actually understand. Maybe I've had you all wrong. Maybe these ASAMs really are what you say. Okay, I'll go along with this whole sensor thing. We'll join with you. You better not try and screw us over.
Oh, great. With Stodge on board, everyone else will fall right in line.
But I've one condition, and it's non-negotiable. We'll join with you, and use your sensors. But you gotta let us decide how we use them. If we're gonna make a new home, then we should have the say in how it's built.
Fair enough.
All right. Well then, I think we can make this work. Okay, everyone, listen up. This is how we're gonna do things. We need to decide on a leader. Someone who can take charge of the building effort, and then run the place once construction's done. Most of us have skills that'd be useful in a leadership position. So anyone who thinks they're up to the task, step forward and make yourself known. I'll go first. What the? I can't say I expected Hubert to step forward. But what are you doing, old man? You're not one of us.
I've already benefited from the censors. If I can, I'd like to return some of the kindness shown to me and help you people out. I know I may not look like much, but I've been around a while. Reckon I could offer some useful guidance, at least until you're on your feet.
Fair enough. But all three of us can't lead. We'll have to pick just one of us.
Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't you decide who gets put in charge? I think you'd probably choose a good leader.
All right, I'll do it.
Well, that's all kinds of fantastic. I can't wait to see who you pick.
Hey there.
How's it going, eh? Got someone in mind for the job?
Okay, say your piece.
Oh, like, what would I do if I was in charge? Whew, that's a head scratcher for sure. Well, suppose I could ask my old church friends to help out. You know, if we're ever in trouble or something. And I guess just try and make the people happy. A smile can go a long way, you know? Just don't ask me to keep no town records or nothing. I ain't much for bookkeeping and stuff. Too many numbers, you know?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh boy, where to start? Well, I was born, then I was a baby for a while, then a whole bunch of stuff happened. And naturally, I ended up joining the Children of Adam. Nice guys, but a bit too serious. So I left them and went walkabout, and then I met Stodge. Saved me from a real big mole rat. Then eventually me, Stodge, and some others formed a settlement. Then we lost it. Then we came here. Think that's about everything.
I still haven't decided.
Oh, okay then.
Excuse me.
Made your pick, have you?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm old Paul. What else is there to know? I suppose I could tell you how old I am, but honestly, I can't remember. I used to live up in Diamond City. I owned a gun store up there. I made the best guns in the Commonwealth. You ever hear of the Broken Mask incident? It was one of my guns that took down that haywire synth. But after that, I didn't feel much like staying in town. So I took up the life of a scaver. And it suited me just fine. But old age has a way of creeping up on you, slowing you down. So I suppose you could say I'm retired now.
Okay, say your piece.
You mean, what would I do if I was in charge? Guns! Guns for everyone! Nothing says settlement safety like everyone carrying a loaded firearm. And I guess I could share some of my expertise from my days as a scaver. Show everyone the right way to strip down salvage and how to properly maintain things. Youngsters don't know how to care for stuff these days.
I'll think about it and get back to you.
Alrighty, take your time.
Hey there.
Huh? You made up your mind?
It would be nice to know more about you.
What? Am I story time stodge now? What would you even want to know? How about that I'm a ghoul? Probably didn't notice that, did you? I'm not one of those decrepit pre-war ones, though. Although, I am pretty old. Old enough to have been a gunner. Back when that title was still worth something. But that was long ago. These days, I'm more concerned with keeping me and mine safe from anything the Commonwealth can throw at us. Which is a lot.
Okay, say your piece.
What? I gotta sell myself? Fine. If you put me in charge, you can expect things to be efficient and done right. I run a tight ship, and I don't take no crap. I'd put my focus on defense and making sure everyone pays their dues. And if people don't like it, they can suck it.
I've made my choice.
Oh? Who'd you pick?
How about you?
Smart pick. You made the right choice.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Pull those thumbs out and grab a hammer. Let's see if these ASAMs live up to all the hype.
What are you building?
This place is worse than the cesspit I found Hubert in. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I found him splashing around in a literal cesspit.
I gotta say, I kinda figured the ASAMs would make better stuff than this. Can we make things a little better around here? Just a little?
Hey,
Well, would you look at that? The ASAMs worked exactly as you said. I suppose I owe you an apology. So, sorry. I think you've given us the fresh start we needed. You can count on me to lead this place in your name. Thank you for everything.
Yeah?
Right, I
Smooth
think
like
that
butter.
is going to be it for today, folks. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Fallout 4 with the Sims 2 Chapter 1. I think we've only got one more episode. But yeah, we got through that one fairly easy. A few little issues here and there, but you know, this game's plagued with issues like that. Obviously the autosave, that's a separate issue. I need to pause it every minute, pause the recording just to cut out the long waiting times. But yeah, it's all done on the list. So as I said, I think there's one more maybe for chapter 1, and then I will
remember
catch you
when my skin
all
was like
for
that.
then. Take care, goodbye for now.